Hey, welcome back. Are you sore from Monday? Well, if you're not, I've got good news for you because we have a slightly more difficult routine today, so we're gonna take it a notch up. Okay, let's get started with some stretches. You can follow what I'm doing, or you are definitely welcome to do whatever stretches that you're most comfortable with. Again, this stretch that I've done previously in Monday's routine, it's really good for my neck, and if you can actually go all the way as far as like as if I'm leaning kind of on my shoulder, and as you can see, with my chin touching my collarbone, you can actually feel that it's pulling your core muscle in the back. And like I said before, this is definitely one of my favorite stretches because it totally cured my back pain. And here's another interesting thing I figured out too. If you can just really slowly curl down like that, you can actually stretch your whole back muscle. Try it out. And like I said before, I'm not a very flexible person, but I still try to do my best to spend a couple minutes to stretch because it's gonna make our workout much, much better later on. And notice the little time that I spend on stretching is really working on my core muscles. And let's not forget our arms and shoulders. This is a fun stretch. It's kind of like swimming. You can also turn your body a little bit as you go left and right. Of course, reverse. And last but not least, I also want to do a little bit extra stretching for my upper arms. Drowning in sweetness, drowning in you. Oh, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to. I don't know how far you can go, but this is probably the most flexible part of my whole body. I can actually grab my hands in the back. Just wanted to show you. Okay, I think that's it for stretching. Let's get started. Today we're gonna work on our legs. You can definitely relax your upper body and get into a very comfortable position on the floor. And then just raise your leg. Again, we want to stick with a consistent pace. Never rush when you want to tone your muscles. And I mentioned this last time too. I know it could be a little boring that, I recommend no music, but the whole point is when you're not distracted by music or TV or anything, you should be able to focus on the muscle that you're working on. So think about your leg, think about your thigh, and then try to exert force evenly throughout your legs. Now we switch to a slightly different motion that try to draw a circle with your toe. And if you curl up your other leg on the floor, it's going to help you to balance as you draw a circle. Because if you don't do that, you're probably going to lose your balance. So as you can see, my other leg on the floor is bent. So keep drawing this circle, and if you're more flexible than me, you can definitely make a bigger circle, but this is the best I can do. Okay, done. Let's relax and switch to the other side. You can work on the other leg. So this exercise is really nothing difficult. I'm sure it's probably nothing new to a lot of you if you watch other videos and recommendations. But one thing I wanted to point out is, again, the pace is so important. If you just start kicking your leg up, it's really not the same as you go very slow and carry an even force throughout the way. So let's try to stick with the same pace and think about what muscle that you're using. Okay, now let's start drawing circles again. So if you find it difficult to balance at first, definitely besides the leg that you're going to be bending on the floor, you can also use your arm to support yourself so that you don't lose your balance. We're almost there, just a few more. Okay, stick with me. I know it's getting a little tired. I can definitely feel burning as well. Okay, now let's relax and stretch a bit. Just take, a few seconds to relax your body so your muscle is not all tensed up going into the next exercise. This next one is kind of interesting. You have to lie down flat on the floor with your face down and make sure your chin is not on the floor. We want your forehead to be on the floor. Relax your entire body, then raise your arms up, well, backward, obviously. Try to go up as high as you can and just hold it there. Don't move. This form is very helpful for toning your chest muscles, also your arms, if you can raise them up as high as you can. And now we're gonna bring our fists together and try to do 10 to 15 of these. I know at this point you might be very tired depending on your condition, I have to say. So try to do as many as you can and bring your fists together while keeping your arms up in the air. Okay, that's it. Now relax. And we're gonna do another exercise. This next exercise is something I introduced previously in my other videos. It's just sitting on nothing. But the trick is make sure your body is at the proper form. So just make sure your body and your leg is forming a 90-degree angle, and also your legs are bent with a 90-degree angle as well. Keep breathing. It's getting tougher and tougher, and especially after you pass 30 seconds. and don't let your body slide down the wall. The whole point is to maintain this form for as long as you can. It helps if you just keep taking in even big breath. Okay. All right, now one last set of the chest slash arm exercise. Again, put your face down on the floor. I know this sounds really funny. Okay, make sure it's your forehead on the floor, okay? Again, don't use your chin. Now try to keep your arm straight. As you can see, my arms are kind of shaking a little bit because I'm trying to exert more force. Just wanted to give a boost to my workout for my chest. But if you're not comfortable with this position, I don't recommend you to do that. So just keep your arm high in the air is okay. And then put your fists together. Do about 10 to 15 of these. So again, for those of you who are not comfortable with this, don't hurt yourself. Just take it easy. Maybe you can just do half of the duration. Okay, that's it. Well, here we go with a little bit of stretching again. I always like to relax my muscles right after I work out. This is where I want to be. You're the one and my only. Nothing else I will need. No one else but so I am nice and hot and sweaty right now. I don't know about you. And thanks for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Cruising through those tree-lined hills.